a break from your regular scheduled CS videos to reply to some things that Mr. Shields said in his video, a lot which seem to be based on assumption. Bear with me if I have weird breathing and coughing because asthma, aircon in America makes it worse. Right, so the first thing he said was that we hired him to spite somebody else. No, I don't hire people to spite other people. I got more important things to do, like our event, so no. Second thing he said was Threat is a very good analyst in terms of pure analysis, but we shoehorned him in because he's DDK's mate. No. If he's a very good analyst in terms of pure analysis, I don't see why we need to shoehorn him in because he's somebody's mate. So no, we hired him because he's a good analyst. I think he's one of the best minds in the game. I think the whole experience with NIP is another extra added thing. But as you said yourself, he's a very good analyst in terms of pure analysis. Daps, he said Daps was a terrible hire because he's never done events before. Hired this random guy who's never worked before, blah, blah, blah. Firstly, we actually tried to get nothing for this position, but he had some other obligations, so he couldn't make it. In terms of Daps, I don't think that he hadn't done an event before was the main thing. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to, or he's trying to have a career in doing talent. The reason he's on the desk is because I think it's a unique opportunity where you have someone who's actually playing the game at the moment, is an in-game leader, and of one of the fastest rising teams in the game. It's a unique perspective that you don't normally get on the desk. He's a person who's actively stratting for his team, anti-stratting other teams, can tell you how difficult or easy it is to shut down a certain team or player or move, things like that. So I feel like he can bring something to the desk that people who aren't playing Counter-Strike at the moment can't bring to the desk. So I think that's a unique opportunity and well worth it. Next thing, suggesting I'm trying to drive down rates out of some kind of feed jealousy, which is all assumption based on assuming a worst case scenario for my own situation. No, this is all wild assumption basically, and no, it's not in my own interest to drive down rates of our commentators because I'm a commentator myself, so that doesn't really just no. Sponge initially not going to be used at the major. That's not true. There was no time where Sponge was a no for the major at all. So again, I think this is more assumption, which is just not correct. Sponge not going to be on playoffs originally. That is correct, and that is my mistake. He should have always been there, and I'll hold my hands up and admit that. That was a mess up on my part. I had a discussion with him at Twickenham in an earlier stage of the major about this. Afterwards, we fixed that, and we got him to the playoffs where he always should have been. And lastly, I think the most ridiculous thing was him saying, this comment of his started off as speculation, but then kind of seemed to be being presented as fact towards the end. Either way, it's not true. One of the reasons Sponge was not going to be hired, he was always going to be hired, was because of industry politics. This is a way for James to fuck with ESL for not hiring him for ESL events. This is, from start to finish, this is ridiculous. Again, I mean, for one, like, we hire Machine, for example, who was actually an ESL employee, so that's already not consistent. Matt and Henry, we hire all the time, and they do pretty much all of ESL's big stuff, so there's just no consistency for this to make any sense whatsoever. So, again, this is just wild speculation and wild assumption, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Firstly, I'm not like that salty that they don't hire me. It's their events, they can hire who they want. It sucks for people who want to see us there, but it's their events, so, you know, it is what it is. Even if I was mad salty about it, I don't see how this would have any impact on them or even register to anybody that this is like, yeah, I'm getting back here. So it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the point? I don't see the point from any perspective. If somebody was to do this, sorry, sort of coughing. Yeah, I don't see how it's a win in any way, shape, or form. But no, there is. In terms of industry politics, I don't play industry politics. Like it's just not a thing. Which I think is pretty bad to say this, to be honest, especially as it's just like complete guesswork, which I find strange. But no, it's not true. And I think that's it for now. Cheers.